Whether your budget is 25 or 100 bucks, or even you're eyeing for the flagships, today I'm going to share my top 10 favorite earbuds you should consider so you can get the right earbuds for your priorities. Maybe you don't even need to buy those flagships. Let's get started. Selamat pagi. Good morning everyone, Kenneth here and welcome to my 2025 recommendations video. Today we have quite an interesting list that should cover most needs. That's a choo-choo box. But we're going to cover overall value to sound quality in all form factors, including in-ear for blocking noise with ANC, half-in-ear if you find silicone ear tips uncomfortable, and last but not least, these open ears, which I still deem superior to bone conduction because you are able to converse and hear with your surroundings perfectly. Before we start, I wanted to officially introduce two things. First is my TestedByKenn Ratings linked in the description, where you can find all the scores for each features as well as my own personal star rating and comments, so you can quickly sort through and compare all the earbuds that I've reviewed. This has been a long time coming, but please do check it out and help support me by buying through the affiliate links there. Thank you very much. The second thing, and just as importantly, is finally my own squig.link thanks to Mark from Super Reviews. This will be a frequency response database for all wireless earbuds and IEMs that I review. It helps give an idea of what certain earbud will sound and compare. Hopefully this could give you even more value in the channel. Thank you for your support, and let's start with my favorite earbud number 10, the Moondrop BLOCK. This one is a no-brainer. I've reviewed a ton of half-in-ear earbuds over the years, and the problem is not that all of them copy Apple AirPods design, which came from the AirPods era. That's perfectly fine, but sound quality-wise, especially in the budget range, really suffers. Very rare delivers on the bass, and even when it does, the balance is never as good. It's always a compromise for those who find silicone ear tips uncomfortable. The Moondrop BLOCK wins in that one specific thing. I still remember when I unboxed this for the very first time, tried it out, and I was blown away by the sound. Then I go check the price, I was blown away again. I couldn't believe this thing cost 25 bucks. Not when the competition from Soundpete's Phil all cost 70, 90 bucks, some are 50 bucks, but they all still sound inferior. So despite receiving one of the lowest score in my rankings list, simply because it doesn't have any other feature other than, well, sounding good, it's a no BS 5-star recommendation still. Very blind buy worthy, and maybe the only half-in-ear I could recommend as an alternative is the top ends like Apple AirPods 4 or Samsung Galaxy Buds 3, strictly for their additional features, especially if you're into one of these specific ecosystem. But yeah, let's move on now to earbuds number 9, and this is the Moondrop Space Travel. I reviewed this quite late, never thought it would go viral, but it did, and until today, if you ask me what's the best budget earbuds, I would still be hard-pressed to recommend anything with better value than this. Maybe that's because I value sound quality so much, and this passed that sweet spot where sound quality is good enough and anything more you're paying is for the features, because the features here are just okay. A lot of people don't like the open case design, which is why Moondrop sells a faux leather case. Battery life is also barely enough, 4 hours with ANC on, which might encourage you to turn ANC off to get at least 5 hours in. The case provides 3 extra chargers as always, but there's no pairing button, no multi-point, no volume control, and single feed forward ANC means it's okay, but nothing too amazing. Same with transparency and microphone. It works fine, but don't expect too much. I can't complain for 25 bucks though. No one can. It's so affordable for something that sounds this good, better than most $100 earbuds, and despite not making it to the top 10 in my rankings, I still give it a 5-star and a 10 value score because you can get this price worldwide. Not like Xiaomi or Soundcore that has regional pricing differences that is significantly more expensive in Amazon. As an alternative, I can also recommend the Roseselsa Ceramics X, which is slightly more expensive, but it's got equally good sound, although in different flavor, where it sounds more warm and bassy, as you can see in this comparison graph, but it's better in practically everything else. It's much louder, it has multi-point support, along with volume control support as well, though personally, I feel like the rounded earbud shape is very difficult to adjust when you're wearing them. Actually reminds me of the Edifier TWS 1 Pro back then, if you remember that. But it's still a good value alternative, very worth mentioning, and by the way, it's got a pairing button there. That's very convenient. Okay, now let's move on to number 8 in the list. Here we have the Tanchjim MINO. And to be specific, I'm talking about the regular version that costs $42 to maximize on value. Tanchjim is another one of my favorite in terms of their sound signature tuning, and the MINO doesn't disappoint. I love the default sound from the get-go, but the selling point is in their extensive EQ capabilities. Not just with 5-band, 8-band EQ, but you also have control over the Q level or bandwidth of those settings, making it essentially a parametric EQ, while at the same time you can share and have access to the community EQ that other people share, which is very fun to explore because the driver is more than capable to do so. Although having said that, it's still pretty much on the level of space travel in features, which is okay ANC, transparency, and mic quality, thus the 5 feature score. But what pulls it ahead though is the slightly better battery at 5 hours with ANC on, and it also has a case lid. So this might be the safer option for most, although you're paying more as well, so the value score isn't as high as the space travel. It's still worth buying, but you decide whether this is the right purchase for you. Okay, if this video has been helpful so far, please help give a thumbs up and subscribe for more audio and tech reviews like this. Actually, there are a few earbuds that I haven't made full reviews yet, so let me know if you want to see them in detail. But otherwise, let's move on to number 7, where we have the Soundcore AeroFit 2. This is my current top pick for open earbuds with ear hooks, not only because they sound amazing, but also the lightweight design, the adjustable fit, amazing build quality, and other features like multi-point, game mode, and wireless charging. It's everything you will ever need in an open ear package that warrants its $130 price tag, which I believe it could trade blows with the flagships from Bose and Shocks. And if you live in Asia, you might be able to get this under $100, which makes it an even better deal. I highly recommend the balance EQ in the app, and I love how I can wear this the whole day long and it doesn't show any sign of discomfort. Usually that happens on the top here. Also with glasses users like me, this doesn't have any problem. It also has the battery to last on standby the whole day long or converted to 10 hours of constantly playing music. I still remember where ear hook style open ear like this look like literal hearing aids, but this is so much better. And yeah, that's why this is at number 7. Now let's move on to number 6. Here we have the Moondrop MOCA. I hope you're not bored with Moondrop because I can assure you that their earbuds just sound that good, and these are all my own honest thoughts as it is with all my other videos. I am not paid a single dime. But yeah, Moondrop MOCA fixes a lot of the problems the space travel has. From upgrading the ever important sound quality to a hybrid ANC system that finally brings it closer to the competition. It's got a new mic system as well that's designed to reject noise and other features like pairing button, wireless charging, and in the latest 1.2.5 update, multi-point connection as well. It really is a complete upgrade package that of course destroys the competition in terms of sound, and maybe the only Achilles heel is the plastic build quality, which I'm personally fine with considering all the good things inside. But when you have something like the CMF, it really makes a night and day comparison. But yeah, let's move on to number 5 now, where we talk about this exact earbuds, the CMF Buds Pro 2. Why is this so high up in the list? It's because I've never seen $60 earbuds with build quality this good and functional too at the same time. I'm talking about the customizable smart dial here. It's really fun and convenient to be able to adjust volume, skip tracks, even enable low latency mode without having to touch the earbuds. I love the physical feedback as well, and I really want it on every earbuds case now. After earning a full 10 score on build quality, it's also got amazing mic and feature set. The Nothing X app easily gets to the very top of my best app support, with the only problem, and it's a very big problem, is sound quality. Especially when you unbox it, it comes by default with pop and ultra bass turned on at level 3, and at first second my smile went very wide thinking how this could challenge my perception of muddy and boomy bass. It's just insane, but wait until you max out ultra bass to level 5. You should try it. You can see the frequency response, how much bass it boosted under 100 Hz. Looks like it's going pregnant. I don't even want to imagine what electronic preset will look like with ultra bass turned on. And the problem is with most of the EQs, not only you're getting so much bass, but the upper mid is very recessed, creating not a warm sound anymore, but more dark instead because it's just going downhill. In short, the only viable EQ here is classical or enhanced vocals. I would love something in the middle, but the overly simplistic 3-band custom EQ sadly behaves weird. If I reduce the bass too much, it'll also reduce the mid. If I increase the mid too much, it'll also touch the treble, so I'll end up with a harsh and piercing sound. Fortunately, classical should be workable for most. That's why I give it a 6 score, because it trades blow to blow with the Soundcore Liberty 5, but if that doesn't work for you, then GG. In the comment section of my unboxing, a lot of people seem to be fine though, or even like the sound, because what I realized is CMF and Nothing is targeting the general audience that doesn't want to pay flagship prices. This is only 50-60 bucks, but still get amazing build quality, and it works out. But personally, I would love to see them improve the sound in the future. And just a quick alternative that I mentioned, the new Soundcore Liberty 5 is a very solid option with amazing build quality as well, but also has much stronger ANC. This one has a lot of like high frequency hissing we found like 3-4 years ago. Although having said that, the Liberty 5 is quite expensive at 130 bucks. Alright, I'm trying to be as brief as I can while still packing as much information, so I really appreciate if you're still here. And let's move up to number 4, which is also the 4th place in my rankings, and here we have the Roseselsa Earfree i5. This is so high up in the list. I probably never thought it would go this well, but that's because for the same 60 bucks price, not only you're getting sound quality comparable to the Moondrop MOCA, but you also get so much better build quality and app support. There's something about cold hard metal that screams quality, and my rating, I give it pretty much the same score across the board with Moondrop MOCA, with 1 point subtracted from the features because the ANC isn't as strong as what they claim to be, but otherwise it's a very solid earbuds that you shouldn't miss if you can get it, because availability is quite limited on this one. And to be honest, if you see the average score, this only beats out Moondrop MOCA by 0.6 points, so I still regard these two very highly. Now moving up to the top 3, here we have possibly my favorite true wireless earbuds of all time. This is the Moondrop ROBIN. Finally, they are in stock now, so most of you can buy it without 3 months pre-order. And with or without Honkai Starrel collab, this is truly Moondrop's best wireless earbuds yet. The common pain points are gone. Build quality is superb, mic and ANC is on par with Moondrop MOCA, which is on par with the competition. You have multi-point connection, also 3D printed shell similar to the Blessing 3, so not only fitting great. This is also their first wireless earbuds that don't have stem, which a lot will appreciate. But again, what sets this apart is the sound quality. It pulls ahead from the already impressive Moondrop MOCA by a significant margin, thanks to the very well tuned 1 dynamic driver plus 1 planar driver setup. EQ wise, I'd be perfectly fine with standard, but sometimes I would go classic if I want the best vocal rendition possible. One thing you might be curious is how does it compare to the discontinued Moondrop Alice, and the answer is Alice still pulls ahead slightly in sound quality, but at a much lower price. With much more features too, the Robin is worthy of taking the crown hands down. I know the price has raised from 100 bucks now to 120 bucks, so not sure if that's due to tariffs or just pre-order and retail price difference. It still doesn't make the earbuds any worse, but you bet this would be at the top of the ranking if it stayed at 100 bucks. Alright, moving on to number 2 now. Here we have the brand new Moondrop PILL, an insane ear clip, open ear style earbuds that's very well built, very good sounding too. Also comes with the latest Bluetooth 6.0 and multi-point connection for only how much? 50 bucks. None of the competition does this before. Bose Ultra Open is 250 bucks. Huawei Free Clip is around 200. Soundcore is 170. The only competition is Soundpeats Per Clip or Pop Clip that costs around 40 to 50 bucks. But I can bet you the Moondrop PILL will not struggle beating them all in sound department. Part of the key for their amazing and consistent sound quality across the board is adhering to their target tuning, which is VDSF in this regard. It's now optimized for open ear stereo or OWS, and if you love brighter take on music with focus on vocals, this definitely won't disappoint. It doesn't sound like you forcefully boost bass and treble too much with EQ. These sound effortless and spacious, which is an open earbud trait that I like. I recommend using bass plus EQ while outdoors so you can pump slightly more volume without the highs getting too much and change back to the default reference EQ in a more quiet room. Fit wise, you wear it down here and put the ball part towards your ear, and this is very crucial to get good sound since it's very directional, and the backside where the battery will sit at the edge of your skull. This is different from my experience with Soundcore that clips on the middle of the earlobe. And honestly, this looks better, similar to an earring, whereas here you can see how a little bit weird it is, right? And as for the comfort, I've actually worn this from the start of the video, if you notice, because I wanted to show you that actually I do have discomfort on my right ear only, starting at around 30 minutes to 1 hour. But I do give my ears a bit break, then adjust the position a little bit, and I can actually wear it the whole day long without hurting. And keep in mind that's only on my right ear, and my left ear is perfectly fine. I can wear it until tomorrow and it will be fine. But yeah, this wear and forget use case is kind of the selling point with open ears in general. That's why you have 35 hours of standby time rated or 8 hours of music playtime. The touch control at the back is very good. It gives an audible feedback for every tap, and you can tap naturally with your thumb like this. And overall, it's got the bass to fight decent amount of noise, but when you go to at least shopping mall kind of noise, then don't expect these to work as well as in-ears with ANC, because just like the Moondrop BLOCK, they are designed to let outside noise in. So the use cases would be around office and gym setting, or even running outdoors where you still want to be aware of your surroundings. These will be perfect. Finally, it has online EQ sharing similar to Tanchjim MINO that I've yet to explore, so you have to wait in a full review. But basically, this breaks the notion that you have to pay a lot and compromise on sound quality for this tricky form factor. And just like other Moondrop buds I featured, this has crazy value that you should not miss. And finally, moving on to number 1. Okay, here we are with the Earfun Air Pro 4. Still the undisputable king of value and features at below $100. The only thing that can get close is the Soundcore Liberty 4 NC, but the Earfun wins in sound quality, has slightly better ANC, and you have a ton of other features like aptX lossless, LC3 and LE audio, also Aura cast support. It's a great pick for people buying their first wireless earbuds. The app support is very good. There are a lot of EQ presets, including some from Fernando Gonzalez, which is a fellow audio reviewer from Indonesia that I highly respect. And since this is not necessarily new, it's regularly discounted to $60, which is a terrific value. But you probably already know since I've recommended this for so long already. So that's pretty much all my recommendations. Let me know which one is your favorite pick. Also, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments. Also, check out the full reviews if you want more detailed breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kenneth, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.